TrainerRoad or Zwift? Alright, so we're looking at this top secret classified case study. This is where Zwift gets really fun, especially when you're prepping for an event, and I'm going to tell you more about that right now. What's up, guys? So I'm not back on the bike yet. My wisdom teeth are feeling way better. This video is not about my wisdom teeth. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure you go watch the series I'm doing on my TrainerRoad training camp and you'll get brought up to speed. What I want to talk about today is TrainerRoad or Zwift. Now I'm making this video for two types of people. If you are trying to decide between TrainerRoad or Zwift because you're thinking about buying one of the two, or if you already have TrainerRoad or Zwift, then I made this for you. If you're looking for stuff on Sufferfest or RGT, I've never used either one of the apps, so this is the wrong video. I can't help you. I want to give you my honest opinion on both of these apps, and I think you're definitely going to walk away with more information. Make sure you guys watch to the end because I'm going to show you in detail how you can use Zwift to get a psychological advantage over your competition when you race in real life, e-racing, or whatever. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. Last point, I have broken this video up into chapters because I really want it to be easy for you guys to navigate. These are the chapters right here. So whether you're new to Zwift or TrainerRoad, or if you already have Zwift or TrainerRoad, I would definitely suggest at least the first time watching it all the way through. But that's enough talking. Let's get into it. Alright guys, you guys take a seat right there. I'm going to walk us through the whole video. Sit back, relax, or if you're in the trainer, good luck. So I have to let you in on a little secret. I am the TrainerRoad guy, or whatever you want to call it. You may or may not have seen me on TrainerRoad. I'm on their website. I've been on their Instagram as a model, but I'm not sponsored by TrainerRoad or anything. I use TrainerRoad and Zwift, so I wanted to make this video to give you guys some pointers, or if you're new, trying to decide between the two, definitely want to give you some pointers to help guide your decision. First, it's important for us to talk about what the differences are between the two apps. TrainerRoad basically is more of like a structured, analytical training plan app. That's what it is. It's if you want to train and that's all you want to do, that's what TrainerRoad is built for. Whereas Zwift, on the other hand, it's more of like a video game. So if we take a look at the screen, you have workouts in here. They have some group ride activity where you can come on, join with a friend, create a group workout, invite your friends. So you have to know all these people personally. They also have a team aspect as well. The workouts are definitely very structured, straightforward. You're just looking at bars essentially the entire time. Obviously there's no power data right now. My trainer's not hooked up, but it gives you a nice little display for your target power, the current power, heart rate, all that jazz. It's right there for you to look at. So it's very simple. You're on the bike again to do one thing, and that's train with TrainerRoad. Now when we look at Zwift, like I said, it's much more gamified. You can get badges, you can unlock levels, worlds even. They do have some group rides and stuff like that, but it's definitely more of a game feel, whereas TrainerRoad has more like that serious focus. So if that's what you're into, definitely TrainerRoad might be right for you. But if you want more of the game aspect of it, you might want to check Zwift out. It's definitely different options where you can find a pace partner, go into a Zwift world, so to speak, and start riding. This is kind of what the group rides look like on here. Personally, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. So you can see the difference, how Zwift is more gamey and video game looking with these highlighter bikes, Tron bikes, and whereas TrainerRoad, even if you want to ride with your friends, it's much more structured and straightforward, which again, if you're into, that's fine. Now, one thing I will point out is that Zwift does offer, if you're a triathlete and you run and you cycle, that's one thing that you can do on Zwift that you can't do on TrainerRoad yet, is you can actually run on the treadmill and your avatar will move in these little virtual worlds. So if you're a triathlete, Zwift might be for you. When we talk about the racing, Zwift power is definitely something that you want to have. I'll get into more of that later, but just a quick look at it. These are instructions on how to connect your Zwift power to Zwift so that when you do race, the results will populate on Zwift power. But again, I'll get to that later. All right, so what I want to do next is I'm going to show you a classified case study. All right, so kind of identify which bucket you fall into in this little fun case study we're going to do. All right, sit back down. We'll make this quick. All right, so we're looking at this top secret classified case study. All right, we have two riders. Rider A, 38-year-old, married with 3 kids, master racer, and we have rider B, 26-year-old, single, ready to mingle, Cat 4 rider. I don't have a name for these guys other than rider A, rider B, so you use what you want. Now, when we look at rider A, this rider wants to be fast, so obviously they probably take cycling a little bit serious if they want to get better. They're on a budget because they have kids. They're thinking about getting TrainerRoad or Zwift to supplement the days that they can't go ride outside because they have a family and they have obligations at home, which is perfectly fine. And then they also have a coach as well because, again, they want to get faster. Makes sense to me. Then we got rider B, who definitely wants to be fast, but low-key might be more concerned with looking cool. Single, not on a budget. Definitely needs some extra money to go to the bar. A coach, but doesn't really listen to them. So if you are one of these two riders, or you fall into something close to the bucket, this next part is going to make sense to you. So we look at the raw cost of TrainerRoad, Zwift, and having a coach. So TrainerRoad is about 20 bucks a month. Let's just say that. You can also buy it annually, 190 bucks. Zwift is $14.99 a month. And then the coach, I've had a coach when I first started cycling. I'm very grateful for having a coach. This is not a knock on coaches at all. So if you're a coach and you're listening, please don't take this personally. I learned a lot from my coach, definitely, especially being a beginner cyclist. So I would say coaches do have a value even if you're not a beginner cyclist, but these are just the raw costs. So $20 for TrainerRoad, $189 for the year. Zwift is $15 a month. Coach is $200. So if you have both apps instead of a coach, Zwift and TrainerRoad, you're gonna pay $370 for the year. And I think, to me, that's very economical. Coach, you're gonna pay around $2,400 for the year. Total savings up front that you could have is around $2,000. To me, that's a lot of money. That might not be a lot of money to some people, or it may be worth it to pay for that coach, but it's just something I wanted to put out there to let you know that the difference between each platform and coach is this. So for me, this is one of the reasons why I have both apps. I'm gonna get into the other reasons next. This is very economical. I can afford it, especially more so than having a coach when I had a coach. So it makes sense for me in terms of dollars and cents. Now, there is opportunity cost for not having a coach. Again, I told you, this is not shaming coaches. If you don't have a coach and you're just using these apps, you're not going to have live feedback after races. You're not going to be able to talk about strategy with a live human being, which I did with my coach and loved it. You're not going to be able to talk about the season goals with your coach and get feedback from them, he or she. That is the opportunity cost for not having a coach and just going with these two apps. But for rider A, him choosing to have both apps and terminating the agreement with the coach, he now is super dad, basically. He now has more money to spend on his kids, $2,000. Maybe he'll take them to Disneyland or Legoland or whatever. Rider B, he's gonna save money too. So regardless of what bucket you fall into, if it's just based on cost, if your decision is based on cost alone, then having both and not having a coach might be beneficial to you. All right, next let's talk about training plans. And for me, this is an easy win for TrainerRoad, and I'll show you why. So let's go into the TrainerRoad website here, which I'm in now. They have a custom plan builder. They have individual training plans. So if you want to do something specialty, build, base phase. But let's just create a mock training plan for me so that you can see how it works. We'll just put my plan. Click next, and you're able to select how much you ride in the last 6 weeks. So usually I ride 10 hours, I'll put that in. How much training volume I usually do, high volume for me, so I'll click that, and they go ahead and recommended that for me too. This one's just asking you how much experience you have as well with training. I put expert because I have trained before, and then this lets you choose when you want to start your training plan. I'm not going to do that here because I already have one in there, but this is just a key example of how detailed TrainerRoad gets when you want to actually plan for an event. Another thing that's really cool is that if I'm taking time off, like for example in the beginning of the video I said I have my wisdom teeth out, TrainerRoad actually lets you put in if you're taking time off and then adjust your plan around that, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So for example, I just got my wisdom teeth pulled, so I put that in the schedule, my training plan. Goes ahead and adjust my plan accordingly for me. Even if you miss time off, it's gonna continuously adjust your plan. All right, so let's hop over to Zwift, check out their training plan. You can see they have anything from Crit Crusher, active off season. So you just kind of select whatever program you want to do. FTP builder. It's not really specific like TrainerRoad where you can input your event, select an A or B event. Let's see here, you know, it gives you a description, tells you that you need to come in with a few weeks of base training. So if you're really starting out, this is not a lot of guidance and direction for you to know what you're doing. They break it up by week. You got a zone benchmarking, ramp tests, so on and so forth. But as a new rider, this is not as helpful as I would want it to be versus something like TrainerRoad. All right, so we looked at training plans. The next topic I want to look at is social interactions, because to me, that's part of the reason why we ride bikes. We make friends, we interact on the bike, we like to talk, especially on the trainer. It can get stupid boring. I don't know about you, but I like to have some distraction, whether it be YouTube or if I'm able to chat with other people who are riding. So let's look at the differences with both platforms when it comes to social interactions. All right, so I know I went over the group rides earlier. This is how you access it in the app on your MacBook or computer. You join the group ride by entering a code. You click a group ride or a workout, and you can invite your friends to do that workout together through video cam. The forum option is in the bottom left, and I'll take you and show you what that looks like. Basically, people post different topics. You can interact with other TrainerRoad users on here. I don't use this personally, but if this is enough social interaction for you, then maybe TrainerRoad is the option for you. All right, so that's TrainerRoad. Now let's take a quick look at Zwift to see what social interactions they offer. So when we look at Zwift, this is the look at the group ride page. So we basically are on the schedule tab here. We can sort out the tabs by if we want to do a fondo, a group ride, group workout, race, time trial. So we'll click group ride, see what pops up. It will only show you, I think, what is going to occur in the next 60 minutes. You choose whatever group you're in, category, type rider, based on your watts per kilogram. And this is what's showing up as I look at it now. So we can click any one of these and it will take us into a group ride right away. So let's look at the races as well. Same thing. So the race pops up. We can pick our category based on your watts per kilogram. So whatever category you fall into is the one you will select. They do enforce category as well. So if you're above or below, they will recommend that you go to another category. I'll take a look here. I just wanted to select that so you guys could see what it looks like once we are actually in a race. And this is what it looks like once you dive into the race or the event that you choose. So this can be a group ride or a race. You get into the starting line and you will not start until that timer in the right hand corner. Zwift also has just general events, which I think is really fun. I do them every now and then, not often, but if that's what you're into, they have, for example, Tour de Zwift, which goes on January 9th through February 11th. And that's just a series of rides that happen that you can sign up for. They'll give you cool jerseys or whatever it is that they're giving away for completing the series. And I think that's really cool. It keeps people engaged in the platform and committing to a fitness event. All right, I'll be honest. So that round, social interactions, I'm gonna give it to Zwift pretty easily. It's not even close in my opinion, but stick with me. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think it's absolutely necessary that you have both, especially if you like to race. All right, so the next topic I wanna talk about with you is racing. This one is easy for Zwift to win because TrainerRoad, as of now, does not offer racing in their platform. So when you're racing on Zwift, there's definitely different maps you can do, different categories you can do, like I said before. There's also a website that I mentioned earlier called Zwift Power that you wanna sign up for, and I'll show you how that looks now. This is where Zwift gets really, really fun, especially when you're prepping for an event, and I'm gonna tell you more about that right now. All right, you guys, so this is Zwift Power, and I'll put the website in the bottom corner. This is a list of all the races that we're going through. You can see They'll have the map up top for the course. This is on TikTok course. This is all the people who are signed up for that race. I can sort it by category. So Cat B, which is actually what I fall into on Zwift, you can see all their information here, their age, their 20-minute power, watts per kilogram, their heart rate. We'll hop back over to my page really quick. This is my profile. With all my information. It has me a minimum category C. I haven't raced in a while, but I usually race category A. This is all my data from the races that I've done, heart rate, all that stuff, same data. And then you'll see the name of the races right there in the column. They have victims, people that you have raced against multiple times and beaten. Nemesis, which is basically the opposite, people who have beaten you, teams, all the tabs here. So a lot of good information. Signups, your historical power is right there too for you to see your power chart, and this is basically all the activity that you've done on Zwift. So let's take a quick look at how Zwift looks, the races, and how you sign up. Again, go to the home page, select race. It'll only show what's starting in the next 60 minutes. So we'll just select this one for the purpose of the example. And you select your category. Again, this is on your, if you're on the MacBook or the computer or the iPad, this is how you sign up. Start ride. It will then take us into the starting line. And I definitely recommend, if you can, jump in early to a race just to get your starting line at that event. Because once the event does start and you hop back in a little bit closer to the race start time, you'll have that same position on the line. And it's very important because in Zwift racing, these races start full intense. So talking like 10 watts per kilogram for the first minute or so. So I'm gonna hop out and show you how I use Zwift Power to prep for a race. Alright, so this is where it's really gonna get very beneficial for you if you already have Zwift and you race on Zwift. Pay attention. What I'm going to show you is another big reason outside of cost why I have both apps is I can tailor my Zwift rides with my TrainerRoad rides. So a lot of times when I have a VO2 workout or a high intensity workout and it's straightforward, I will either do that workout in Zwift or I'll sign up for a race that matches that work. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so for example, we have Sleeping Beauty -5 on my schedule. It is a VO2 max workout at 115% for 30 seconds. So what I like to do is to find a race that has a map that matches these interval times. Alright, so I'm going to hop over to the Zwift companion app. You can download this on your phone. I select this race that has Downtown Dolphin, which has the profile that I need to match this workout. Select your category, and then I'm going to go over to the website on Zwift Power. Alright, so we're in Zwift Power again. I'm gonna find that race that I signed up for. Here it is, Downtown Dolphin. And what I like about this is it shows you the profile of the map. Downtown Dolphin, there's 6 laps. And if we zoom in, remember I have 30-second effort at about 115%. This map, and I've done this map all the time, is one of my favorites for this type of workout. It will take me around 30 to 35 seconds for me to get up that hill every single lap. And what I really like to narrow it down to is how much time is TrainerRoad telling me that I need to spend in my VO2 or anaerobic capacity at 115% essentially. This is really granular, but however many laps there are in that race, does that total time in that zone that TrainerRoad's telling me to ride in, does it match up with the length of this race is what you want to think about when you're really deciding which map to race on to match your TrainerRoad workouts. That to me is a huge reason why I have both. Another point is I can prepare for a race that I'm actually going to do in real life by finding a map on Zwift that matches the type of effort I'm going to have to do in my real life race. That builds so much confidence because I can repeat an effort over and over again that by the time I do my actual event, I build confidence that I can achieve this. When I played basketball, that was something that we did, or I did when I worked out in the gym, is visualize the game scenarios, practice game scenarios. That builds confidence when you're going out to compete. So when I show up on race day, I know my true form. Am I gonna be capable of competing this effort over and over again? Okay, now let's say I don't want to race, but I do want to transfer a workout to Zwift. That is very easy. Look at the details. This one's pretty straightforward. We have 279 for 10 minutes interval time, and then we have 5-minute downtime, and that's gonna be 7 efforts. So what I've done here is, here you can see I have a number of TrainerRoad workouts that I've already built into Zwift. I like this because it's more entertaining and more mentally stimulating for me when I'm working out in Zwift and can see other avatars, talk to people from around the globe, etc. So let me show you how to build your workout from scratch. So basically what we're gonna do is, you're gonna go in, just select create a new workout, which is very straightforward. It gives you the little template here. We're gonna name my workout, I don't know, what should we name it? Let's name it my new workout. Simple enough. So you just pick whatever zone that you have to ride in. You pick the duration for whatever the interval is, and then you want to enter that, and then you can edit your power as well, so on and so forth. It's really straightforward when you're creating these things. So we can pick zone 4 as the next thing, and then you can see here it's the same thing over and over until your entire workout is complete. This one, if you want a message to pop up while you're riding, you can do that as well. High cadence, just a little reminder for me, and put the cadence on top as well. But it's really straightforward, guys. It's not complicated. That's why I like switching over some workouts that make sense to put into Zwift. I will be honest, when it's a very complicated, intricate workout that TrainerRoad prescribes for me, I just go ahead and ride on TrainerRoad. Now to upload your ride after you're done on Zwift, you just want to go past rides. This is in your Zwift folder here, activities. I'll show you in a second how to find that folder, but these are all the activities that I've done on Zwift, so I can upload that very easily over to TrainerRoad. And this is the Zwift folder right here. So you'll go to Zwift, workouts. Now you're gonna go to activities after Zwift, and that's where all your activities from the past will be. And then just select the applicable one. They're formatted by date, and that'll show you there on your Mac, and just click upload and you're good to go. All right, so now you know the differences between Zwift and TrainerRoad in terms of price, features, benefits, and all that jazz. The racing on Zwift, training structure, the group rides, the social interactions between the two platforms. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you're expecting me to like recommend that you get one over the other. Honestly, I think if you're considering one, you have to get the other. I don't think it's an option to do either or. The points that I pointed out, I can't imagine using TrainerRoad alone, and I definitely can't imagine training on Zwift alone. I need both. I wish that maybe the companies would merge or something like that, because I think training-wise, TrainerRoad's training is dialed. My FTP has increased dramatically. I'm just a stronger cyclist overall. I'm stronger than I was when I had a coach. I remember telling my coach, like, man, I think I plateaued at my FTP. And then once I got TrainerRoad, my FTP increased over 20 watts. And then Zwift, I'm able to take those workouts from TrainerRoad, put it onto Zwift. It feels like basically riding with other people. You can chat with people from around the globe. That helps the time pass by. I think there's a way you can hook up Discord as well. And then the last thing is that preparation for racing. To me, psychologically, that is huge. I think if you go into a race with the psychological advantage, that is going to be key when you're racing in a criterium or road race or whatever it is, a fondo. If you've already used these Zwift maps to train as like a game time situation, once you get to that event, you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it. You're going to have so much confidence. So I would say you need to get both. Not you should get both. You need to get both apps, and you need to use them alongside each other. So now you know how to use both apps, transfer rides, upload rides, how to race, how to do events. Guys, if I missed anything, if you use TrainerRoad or Zwift, please do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section so that people who are new to these platforms can get all the information that they need in this one video. All right? My goal is I want to help people, and I want the community on here, the e-racing community, the e-riding community, leave some comments and help other people who are thinking about getting into this space. Our ultimate goal should be getting more people on bikes, period. So make sure you leave a comment to help other people. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how you use Zwift and TrainerRoad, because maybe I'll learn something too. All right, until then, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.